Just a quick note before I start my Premier League predictions for Game Week 24. I do get a little bit muddled up in this video and I call it Game Week 23. It is actually Game Week 24 that I am predicting the scores on. The current one that is going to start in 3 days' time. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to some Premier League predictions for Game Week 23. I've not done one of these for a while, mainly because the Premier League hasn't been on for 2 weeks. The Premier League decided to cancel all fixtures for 2 weeks to try and stop the spread of COVID going around all of the team's training camps, to try and reduce the number of games being postponed every game week because they were getting cancelled within like an hour before kickoff. I still think a few games will get cancelled just because it's just going to happen. But we've only got 9 games rather than the 10 games, but we've still got 9 games to look forward to for this match day 23. Let's just start with the first one, which is Newcastle United at home against Everton. Now, Everton, they've got their new manager in, Frank Lampard, replacement for Rafa Benitez. And Everton in their last game, they lost narrowly 1-0 to Aston Villa. And I thought Everton were really good in that game. They definitely deserved a draw out of that game. But Emi Buendia for Aston Villa managed to just score the winner just before half time. And it was good to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison back for that game. And I think Everton, the 16th place, maybe a little bit of concern because relegation zone's a bit near them. But I think they can climb up the table a little bit and definitely avoid relegation into the Championship. Newcastle United, they've spent some of their big Saudi Arabia cash this January on some very big players. I'm not sure about Chris Wood from Burnley, but that was one of their signings anyway. They're at home in this game. I do feel Newcastle, though, they're still going to have a little bit of trouble. I know they've signed a few big players, but that's not going to help them. I'm going to say Everton's going to get a 2-1 victory in this game. Everton, they've had some poor run of form themselves, but I'm just thinking maybe the new manager coming in, from me watching them in their last game, they've certainly got something there, and I think Frank Lampard can really help them get a little bit better defence. I know they were leaking quite a few goals, and I think they can get better in attack as well now that Richarlison and Dominic Calvert-Lewin are back from their injuries. So 2-1 to Everton. Next game, West Ham United against Watford. Watford's going to have their new manager as well, Roy Hodgson from Crystal Palace, which is a bit of a weird one, seeing that when he was manager of Crystal Palace, he had a bit of a falling out with the Watford mascot, Harry the Hornet. Now he's managing Watford, so these things happen. I think certainly he can help a little bit with the defence, because Watford's, same really with Everton, they were leaking loads of goals. I think bringing in Roy Hodgson will certainly help reduce the amount of goals conceded, but I really can't see they're probably going to be relegated to the Championship unless they can survive somehow. I'm going to go West Ham 2-0 in this one. West Ham are at home. They've had a few little rough patches, like they lost to Leeds 3-2, lost to Man United 1-0. I think they'll bounce back. They'll get a win in this one comfortably, 2-0 to West Ham. I think a player really to look out for is Jarrod Bowen for West Ham. He's been absolutely superb. Also Antonio as well, the main striker up front. He's been doing really well as well. Just the full West Ham team working together. It's not really one of the big teams, West Ham, but they are where they are, and they're still going to be fighting for that top 4 place. So they'll start something here with getting a victory against Watford 2-0. And then the next game is Burnley at home against Manchester United. Well, this is a little bit of a tricky one. Maybe a few of you will say easy win for Man United, 3-0. I'm going to go just a narrow 1-0 victory, still to Man United. Even though Burnley did sign their Chris Wood replacement with Weghorst from Wolfsburg from the Bundesliga. I do think that's quite a good signing because him and Maxwell Cornet, they can get some goals together for Burnley and maybe stage a survive the drop operation. I don't know, but I don't think Burnley will get any goals against Man United. They'll have to start against some mid-table, lower down teams to try and get their points. Man United, they've got their big team. They have had their struggles, but they've still got the players that they've got. And Man United, I'll back them to win this one away, but it'll be very close. So yeah, 1-0 to Manchester United. Let's not forget Burnley do have a very good defence still. They managed to keep a clean sheet against Arsenal just a few weeks back. Okay, next game is Norwich City against Crystal Palace. I think this will be a good one. Norwich City just beat Watford in their last game 3-0 to climb out of the relegation zone, which is very big for Norwich. Can they keep above that relegation zone? They'll probably drop back into it, but I'm going to say this is going to be a draw. I think it'll be a very high scoring draw. It'll be a good game. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Crystal Palace, they've had a few dodgy results the past few games themselves. I think just really there's going to be goals in this game because Crystal Palace, they've got a decent team. Conor Gallagher, Elise, Edouard, Benteke. And Norwich, they've started to score more goals than they were doing since Dean Smith really took over Norwich. They've started to get a little bit better than under Daniel Farke. So I'm going to say Norwich is going to continue a little bit of an undefeated run, but it won't be a win. It'll be a draw. So 2-2 in this game, point for each team. Moving on to Tottenham Hotspurs against Southampton. Spurs are at home in this game. It'll be very tight. I'm going to back Spurs just to narrowly edge it against Southampton, and I'll say 2-1. Southampton, they're doing really well. They managed to draw with Manchester City in their last game. 1-1 draw in that game. First team really to stop Man City from winning in ages. How many matches is that? 10-15 games. But Spurs, I would like to just back. They've got the better side. And I know these surprising results can happen, but I'm going to say Southampton, they've gone... It's a little bit inconsistent with Southampton. You have like a win, loss, draw, win, draw, loss. And it's... I think Southampton, they did well against Man City. Everyone's going to be watching them saying if they can draw against Man City, they should do well against Spurs. I don't think that's the case, and I think Southampton will lose this game. And Tottenham, even though they lost to Chelsea 2-0 in the London derby in their last game, let's just ignoring that Chelsea loss. Antonio Conte has gone on an unbeaten run, scoring loads of goals, not really conceding that many, and yeah, just because Southampton drew against Man City, I'm still going to back Spurs in this game. Man City is the next game. Manchester City against Brentford. Last time these two faced at the Brentford Community Stadium, it ended in a 1-0 victory for Man City. Very close. I'm going to say it'll be a bit higher than that, seeing that they are at the Etihad this time. Brentford not doing well in their last games whatsoever. Lost their last 4 games. They concede quite a few goals, especially now that they're going to come up against Man City. This could be more, but I'm going to go 3-0 to Man City. I don't want to be too harsh because there are a side, they'll probably put up a defensive tactic to stop Man City from scoring. I feel like once the first goal goes in, though, I think Man City will get a few more. So 3-0 to Manchester City in this game. Next one is Aston Villa against Leeds United. As I said at the start, Aston Villa did beat Everton 1-0. And Leeds United, they did lose to Newcastle in their last game, 1-0 as well. Maybe a few of you may back Aston Villa in this game. I'm going to go for a draw though, a 1-1 draw, because Leeds United have been looking pretty good in their last few games. Ignoring the Newcastle defeat, they've been scoring quite a few goals. They are away from home. in this game, but I don't know. I feel maybe quite a few of you may be backing Aston Villa to get the victory. I mean, they beat Everton in their last game, and they've signed some brilliant players. They've Coutinho, Lucas Digne that they did get from Everton, and just a very good squad by Aston Villa. As I mentioned before, Emi Buendia is very good, scoring quite a few goals now. Probably Norwich are missing him, but he's doing really well at Aston Villa. And obviously the strikers, Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins, whichever striker is picked for the lineup, they'll put in a good shift as well. But I'm going to go for a draw, 1-1, because don't write off Leeds United at any time. They're out of the relegation zone, but they're still fighting for survival, trying to widen that gap between them and relegation. So 1-1 draw. Next game is Liverpool against Leicester. Last time these two sides faced, it was a 1-0 shock result to Leicester City. It could happen again. I'm going to back Liverpool though in this game. They're at Anfield. I'm going to go 2-0. Liverpool without Sané, without Mane and Salah, they were absolutely superb. Players like Oxlade-Chamberlain came in the side. I think he did really well. Sané again, Mane and Salah are back in the Liverpool side, and well, it's not going to affect anything whether they're there or not. Liverpool's a very good side. Liverpool is Liverpool, strong side, and at Anfield, as I did say at the start, and they'll win this game. They'll get revenge on Leicester and they'll beat them 2-0. The final game is Wolverhampton Wanderers against Arsenal. Going to be a tight game. Arsenal did draw 0-0 to Burnley. Wolves, they've had some good results. Some 3-1 victories. They beat Everton 3-2. Who did Wolves beat? They beat Southampton 3-1, I do believe, as well in their last game. So the team that was always drawing, not conceding many, but not scoring many, they're banging in quite a few goals now. I'm going to say this is going to end a draw as well. It won't be 0-0, it'll be 1-1. I think Wolves are going to be a little bit more adventurous. They're at home. They are still very good defensively, so don't say just because they're going to attack, Arsenal's just going to absolutely smash them because they've got no one back there. They will sit back quite a lot, Wolves, but they do have goals in them, and they scored against Manchester United in the 80th minute. They held off, got the winning goal, beat Man United 1-0 as well a few games back. So it'll be a good game. I will say they'll pick up a draw though. They've gone on quite a good winning run. It will end now, but it won't be. It will still be an undefeated run. They'll get a draw and they'll stay quite high in the Premier League table. Arsenal as well. Let's just speak a little bit about their team. It's really good. Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Smith Rowe as well comes on from the bench, and he normally does a really good job when he comes on. Lacazette probably should be scoring a few more goals from, like, seeing that he is a striker, but just the overall Arsenal side. The defenders as well, those fullbacks with Kieran Tierney and Tomiyasu, very good, and also the goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Not many people thought he would do well, seeing that he was with like Sheffield United when they got relegated, Bournemouth when they got relegated. Yeah, I'm going to go for a draw in this game, and yeah, that is going to finish it off for week 23 of my Premier League predictions. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and also feel free to put your score predictions as a comment in the comment section below. And yeah, that'll be it for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye.